Hello, my name is Rob Edwards, and it's kind of almost by way of an advert, but it's also a bit of a Christmas present to you, my faithful viewers and listeners, because I wanted to remind people that right now, the Kindle version of my book, The Ascension Machine, is on special offer on Amazon. So if you head over to Amazon, look for The Ascension Machine, you can get it for less than $1 in the US store and less than £1 in the UK store. And I think that reduction of price is actually on all the Amazon stores all worldwide. So now would be a brilliant time to go and pick up that book. And if you're still dithering about whether this is a book that might be for you, I thought I would read you an extract as a reminder that the book is there and that you can get it. Huzzah! So today I'm going to try and record for you in one take as reading of as much of chapter 4 of The Ascension Machine as I can manage before my voice runs out, my hard disk space runs out, or I make too many mistakes and I'm just too embarrassed about the whole thing. So here we go. This is from The Ascension Machine by Rob Edwards, and this is chapter 4, Advertising. The steward had already taken up station over by the intercom. He switched it on, although I'm not sure why, as his voice would have carried anyway. He said in a loud, over-enthusiastic tone, "Welcome to the last leg of the journey, guys. Stow your stuff because we're back on our way any second. Kick back and relax, and we'll have you rescuing old ladies from trees and helping kittens across the road in no time." This was not the normal safety talk I'd expected. I cast a confused look around, but everyone else seemed to be taking it in their stride. The Bronton looked across at me, and his face split into the broadest grin I'd ever seen.
"Can you believe it?" he said in an excited rumble. "We're going to be superheroes!"
Superheroes? I must have misheard, but I couldn't think what else he might have said.
"I know, I've dreamed of this moment since before they completed my forced maturation cycle. I love the advert. What's your favourite part of the advert? Mine is when they fly away at the end, but the classes look so interesting too."
He leaned towards me as he spoke, bracing on his armrests with one pair of hands, gesturing wildly with the other pair. Being chased by a Bronton was That's mistake one I'm stumbling over. Being chased by a Bronton was scary, but having a wall of green enthusiasm loom over me was just as intimidating. "I've not seen it in a while," I said. When blagging your way through a subject you know nothing about, try not to be trapped into details too quickly.
The Bronton's face lit up. "We should totally watch it again. They must have it on the in-flight entertainment."
He reached over one meaty hand and switched on my seat pad. The familiar G logo appeared on the screen. Wait, that stood for Gravane, didn't it? Was Mirabor part of that family? He would be beyond rich if so. I was still pondering that question when the advert started.
"So you want to be a space alien superhero?" the man on screen asked.
Okay, no question. I definitely heard superhero that time. He was handsome in a classic square-jawed way, clean-cut. You see, I was trying to do too much of this and I didn't get the sentence right. He was handsome in a classic square-jawed, clean-cut kind of way. He was dressed in a tight-fitted black leather uniform, with the image of a bird of some kind outlined in gold across his chest. A yellow cloak, clasped to the shoulders of his jacket, fluttered artfully in the breeze. A caption on screen proclaimed him to be Captain Hawk. They were really going all in. Were superheroes actually a thing? Why hadn't I heard? He grinned.
"Well, here at the Justice Academy, we can help you reach that dream."
The picture cut to an impressive, ultra-modern monolith of a building. People of dozens of species were congregated around the entrance, all happy-looking youths, positively brimming with enthusiasm as they went about their day. That was clearly fake. I'd never seen so many people in one place look happy. The scene changed again, showing, presumably, a series of classes, groups of wildly excited students, watching classmates swinging between buildings or throwing each other around or putting out fires. The voiceover continued. At the Justice Academy, we will equip you with the skills to be the hero the galaxy needs. Self-defense, clue analysis, parkour, rocket grapnel maintenance, rescuology. Rescuology? But we will also teach you the other side of being a superhero. And now there was a flurry of more studious, earnest-looking scenes. We have award-winning classes in marketing and public relations, costume design, and even philosophy, morals, and ethics. This, at least, I recognized as a school, or what school was supposedly like anyway. Most of my education came from online classes with a healthy dose of practical experience. Captain Hawk appeared. This time, with a reassuring smile, he hovered mid-air, bright sunny skies around him. We are proud of our ethics here. We are proud of our ethics courses here at the Justice Academy and of our 100% record. None of our graduates has ever gone on to become supervillains. Tiny text flashed up on screen as he said this. I paused the video and read. Statistics quoted do not include graduates being possessed or brainwashed. Was that a thing? I set the video playing again. My stomach turned with vertigo as the camera followed him, as he swooped downwards, landing amongst a crowd of students from a multitude of species. But you may be worried you're not special enough to become a superhero, Hawk said, looking serious. Maybe your parents weren't murdered in an alley. Perhaps you've never been bitten by a radioactive anything. Perhaps when you tried to build yourself power armor, you found you couldn't move in it, let alone fly. Well, we say phooey to all that. It's a big galaxy. Somewhere in it, whatever you can do, whatever you are, is special. And here at the Justice Academy, we will help you find that place. And you don't have to be rocketed there as a baby, or even have your home planet explode. So, you want to be a space alien superhero? Join me, Captain Hawk, at the Justice Academy, and before you know it, you will be. The final shot saw 3 students, 2 humans and a well-attack in graduation gowns and mortarboards. They threw off their gowns to reveal brightly coloured uniforms underneath, before launching into flight, zooming out of shot, and on to implied heroic destinies. The screen faded to black. Wow, I said. I know, right? The Brontom said. I had to delete it from my pad, or I'd still be watching it non-stop. So exciting. That's certainly one word. Hi, he said. I'm 4,923,016,734, but my friends call me 734. Nice to meet you, 734. I'm Mirabor Gravane, I lied. I saw you in the first class lounge, didn't I? 734 looked embarrassed. Yeah, but I'm trying not to call attention, you know. I mean, sure, there are plenty of billionaire superheroes, but that's not the backstory I'm trying to build, you know. I guess money was embarrassing if you had too much of it. Sure thing. I'll pretend you have no money if you pretend the same about me. Deal? Deal. He beamed and extended his lower right hand to shake on it. Returning his grin, I obliged. So, what made you want to be a superhero? I asked. Oh, the usual. I read comic books while maturing, saw the hollows. They really spoke to me, you see. He lowered his voice to a conspiratorial rumble, so low and deep I could feel it in my bones. I'm a mutant. He looked around to see if anyone else had heard. I was sure they had, but nobody paid us any attention, and that satisfied 734. He continued, I don't know if you know, but we Brontom are clones. I'd heard something about that. The cloning process isn't totally perfect. Every now and then there are divergences, differences. I am one. He took a deep breath, one of his right hands over his heart, then confessed, I'm almost 2 centimeters too tall. Gosh, you mustn't tell anyone. It's a terrible, shameful thing.
I try to stoop to hide it, but I know everyone notices anyway.
If it was that deep and dark a secret, why tell me? Mum's the word. He brightened.
But it's not just that. I always suspected, but in the entrance exams, I actually tested positive for latent psychic abilities.
He looked wistful.
I'm hoping I'm telekinetic. That would be cool, you know?
Definitely. Entrance exams? What was I supposed to be able to do? Was someone suddenly going to expect me to bend a steel bar because Gravane could? He didn't look the sort, but the guy in the video could fly, so who knew? I wish I'd seen my entrance exam results, I began in a low voice. My parents didn't want me coming to Justice Academy and were furious when they found out I applied. I managed to get out to the exams without them knowing, but they intercepted the results. If I hadn't used a secondary contact for the application, I might never have known I'd been accepted. 734 nodded along.
Oh, that's good backstory, that is. Every hero should start with conflict, but, well, we can look up your results now if you like.
We can? Sure, sounds great. How?
Log into the Justice server from the seat pad. Your student ID should be on your ticket there.
Oh, sure.
And just type your password there.
Right. Password. Okay. At least it wasn't asking for biometrics, but I was still out of luck. Gravane had never given me any of his passwords. Not on purpose. I closed my eyes to think. I'd seen him type his bank passcode in when he paid for his haircut. I hadn't been deliberately shoulder surfing, but habits are habits. Uppercase H, D, 7, uppercase B. I watched his hand move across the pad in my mind's eye. Uppercase Y, 8, or uppercase U, 9. Even if I could remember it, might not be the same password for this system. Y8. I typed on the seat pad. My finger followed the memory of Gravane's.
There we go, 734 rumbled. Now just go to Student and press Results.
Wow, it worked. Got it.
No problem. I won't be nosy while you look, but tell me if you scored high in Psychic or Self-Defense. We might have classes together.
In my brief interaction with him, Gravane came across as well-educated and canny, an impression contradicted by the scores on the screen. But then, how hard did he try on these exams? Gravane didn't want to be at the academy. He could just have failed the exam to spoil his parents' plan. Instead, he'd passed everything, mostly by the barest possible margin, with spikes on maths and problem-solving. Passive-aggressive test-taking. They had a weird family. At least there was nothing in these scores to live up to. And I think that's probably enough of that. So that is Gray having his first realization that he's on a flight to go join the Justice Academy where they train superheroes. And from there, we also got to meet, of course, 734, who becomes becomes a fast friend of Gray in the approaching trials and tribulations of his life. I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, the book is currently on sale in Kindle format for less than $1, less than a quid. So go get yourselves a copy if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.